Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Duval Dive. Of course, I'm Kyle Nash, the student of the game. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Threads, all that other stuff, but you don't care about that. I'm with the Fans First Sports Network.
And I'm Travis Holmes with BigCatCountry.com.
Yeah, I know I threw it off a little bit, but hey, at the end of the day, you're finding all of this on the Believe Podcast Network. I threw in some extra things about socials because, hey, follow us on social media. Do your thing. You know what it really was? I saw the like and subscribe for those that are listening to the podcast right now. We left the like and subscribe graphic up, and I saw that, and I felt my brain just go, hey, mention socials. Like, no, we're not doing that. Start of the show. Anyways, you know what else it's the start of, Travis? I got to tell you, real actual NFL football. Yeah, I know there was college last week. That's fine. But yeah, exactly. Something else other to talk about than whether the third stringers scored on the Miami Dolphins, okay? I'm glad I didn't bring that up to David Behrman. He might have been depressed. You'll see more about that this week on All Things Duval Dive as we give you your betting options for what's going on with the Jags this week. So make sure you look for that. That'll be dropping shortly on the YouTube channel and the podcast as well. But Travis!
Let's get it.
Oh, snap. I didn't get any chance to ask him how excited it was. I got to let's get it.
You see the shirt on? You see the shirt I'm wearing? I'm wearing the Victory Monday shirt, and it's Wednesday. You know how I feel about this already.
I got to check the comments. Is PJ Browning? He sure is. Victory Monday. Here it goes. 13 Jags. Boom. There it is.
First comment.
That's right. And I'm jumping in the pool if we win. You better have your bathing suit ready with all of the trash you've been talking with it. I like it, PJ. Do the thing.
Oh, man.
I love the excitement. So close
Carlos
to game time.
That's it.
Yeah,
so close to game time.
So close to game time. Hunter with the first touchdown. I can't rule that out. There's a chance that happens.
Ooh.
Oh,
and okay.
This is PJ Brown stepping in. It's funny. I mentioned and lightly teased our Behrman conversation, which will air later this week on all the stuff that we do here at the Dive. But I got $550 on the Jags. So either we win or I'm going to be very, very upset. Boy, listen.
Praying for you, PJ. Praying for you, bro.
Likewise. Hey, 31-13 all day. Hey, listen, if it's 28-13, you still win. That's all I know. Anyway. And in the last we saw, as of this recording, because lines move, 3.5 is the spread. So that's how we know that you would still win. I'm just saying. So. Okay. And see what Jordan Roberts, y'all just maybe hit the bathroom at work to catch this live. That's the kind of damn tribute I want to hear about, Jordan.
That's priorities.
A whole different kind of diving right there. I like that. Shouts to Jordan Roberts doing the thing. Carlos Reyes, not as bad, but I'm running T-Law and Hunter stack in my fantasy league. Okay. That's interesting.
That's not bad.
Do you get points if he gets a touchdown as well? I would assume so. It's the Jags defense, but I don't know how that works in fantasy with I don't know. So
in fantasy? Yeah, I mean, there's just points. Points is points. Like whoever, if you score, you score. Like it don't matter how you scored. It's not relevant.
Well, we've never seen a receiver get a pick six. So does he get points? I don't know. Is that how that works?
Oh, I have to believe it would work, but you know what? Yeah, let us know.
Yeah,
because I don't know. Let us know.
Right. But PJ Brown, I got faith in Liam and Campanelli. I think that's you in a large portion of the Duval devout, even beyond you divers here in the comments. Line it up nice and early here, just the way we like it. But listen, speaking of lighting things up, Travis, I know, and I'm going to pull up the graphic here because I can. I know that we've gotten the top questions as we become to know and love. We talk about lighting up points, but your first item here is on defense. And I certainly appreciate it. Is this a D-Ham week? Devon Hamilton, is he going to light it up big? I want to hear. I think I know where you're going. We didn't get to, how you say, co-opt this as much as we normally do, but I'm curious your thoughts on it. I want to see if I'm right. What do you got here?
So my thing is how I feel about this game is I think everything in the world is telling us this has to be a Devon Hamilton week for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Because if all the vibes that I get from this game is this is a quote unquote must win game, similar to the week 3 Cleveland Browns game in 2024 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like I felt like that was a must win game because if you didn't win it, you didn't felt like, oh, this season's done, and we were kind of right in figuring that, like the corpse of Deshaun Watson coming out on this field and somehow giving them a win from the back of that defense and run game. That is exactly how I feel about this
and
game.
the game
Chuba
ending
Hubbard.
on the safety. Sorry.
But that's exactly what I feel right now. Like with Chuba Hubbard, who was a top 10 running back for the 2024, Carolina Panthers. You got Rico Dowell, who was a 1,000-yard rusher in Dallas in 2024. Hubbard rushed for nearly 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns for a 4-win Carolina Panthers and was often unable to run the ball in the second half of games.
Because they're catching up, yeah.
Yeah, I need folks to give attention to that. Like, he had a really dang good season, and he had 43 receptions on top of that. Dowell had 1,100 rushing yards in Dallas. Is there any question what they want to do, though, in this game?
Just run through somebody's face. A lot of people ain't going to be able to take that over and over and over and over and over again. They just not going to want that.
I think there's a deeper metaphor there.
Run through a motherfucking face.
There's no metaphor. That's the attack. By the way, you didn't even mention the family ties. Alex P. Keaton completely ignored here, as Trevor Etienne is on the other roster. I think he gets some touches too. I'm just going to call that out there. If for whatever reason Hamilton's doing the job, I see a world where they use Etienne like the Jags use Etienne. See what I did there? Listen, it's a whole thing with Trevor's and Travis's and Etienne's. I point that out on Fans First Sports Network with the keys to the game. But yeah,
but
go ahead.
We've so often said, all right, Devon Hamilton's got to be back. Devon Hamilton, the Jaguars need a nose tackle, and all these conversations surrounding the ability to stop the run. And I'm like, all right, cool. If you want to see if Devon Hamilton's back, this is the week to kind of see that. And I'm not saying it's all got to fall on him, but a lot of it will, because if you're talking a guy who was like top 6 in 2024, and his run stoppage for run stopping DVOA, in 2024, per Dan Griffiths on the social. Shout out Dan Griffiths, Action Sports Jacks. You then have to say, all right, this is a game where the Carolina Panthers aren't very good. They're missing their top receiver because they traded him to the Minnesota Vikings. They're missing their second receiver, Jalen Corker. Well, not second, but one of their second receivers. They recently just signed, Hunter Renfrow back into the fold to be their third receiver, essentially. So you're playing mostly rookies. This is that game plan. It's a revenge game for Coach Bernie Parmalee, and also technically, defensive line coach Todd Wash, because Parmalee was a running back coach in Jacksonville in 2021, and Wash was the Jaguars defensive line coach from 2013 and the defensive coordinator in 2020. Like, across the board, you have all the storylines that say these dudes are about to try to run the ball over and over and over and over again. And this is going to be the game plan for the Jaguars. If you can't stop them from running the ball, like that Cleveland Browns game, that demoralizing Cleveland Browns game from 2024, you can't win. Like, it's going to come down to that point blank period, because I think at least the Panthers, if they can't run the ball, I think the game's over. The Jaguars can't run the ball. You can throw the ball. That's kind of how I feel about this game right now.
No, I think that's a legitimate point. I'm not saying they have nobody on defense in Carolina, but there's no name that necessarily makes me feel like that they're just buck nasty. They're a good team defense. I don't know that they have a super great star that really, stirs me up. I'm not saying they got no one. Go ahead, Travis. Man, say the name.
No, they got one, but we're going to get to them later. It's fine. It's
fine.
We'll keep moving.
They got one. Spoil things. Okay. But, and Jordan Roberts in the comments, both guards are hurt. I saw them on the injury report. So, yeah, now granted, they were just questionable at the time I saw them, but it's something worth mentioning. So, yeah. And that
a little limited.
But Timmy Devil doing his thing. If we're betting on Hamilton, we may as well hang it up. He's gone next year. Well, I mean, the only reason why I can't call Timmy Devil a troll is because I've been having questions about Hamilton's I shouldn't say ability, but how well he's rehabbed it back to the strength that the Jags need him. So I'm guilty of that too.
I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be good. I think folks are just thinking about him as the down Devon Hamilton and not the one that was actually reasonably solid in 2022. So I just think if he's anything remotely close to what he was, and you add all the additional guys that they put around him on that defense, because that's one thing no one's arguing. This defensive line has a lot more depth than previous years at both, I say both edges, but really they're 3 deep on edges, man. Like they have options. And if he's even a reasonably good defensive coordinator in Anthony Campanelli, you got to think that Devon Hamilton is going to have a rebound, like you've already seen the rebound, just a semblance of a rebound from Smoot. I'm just thinking, hey man, this has got to be win. This has got to be that.
So you're saying you want these guys to camp in the backfield?
Oh gosh, yes, I guess we'll go with that. Camp in the backfield.
And then also Timmy Devil mentions Renfro, Leggett, and Tet, a decent wide receiver, Jimmy Gore Jr. I think Dave Moore too, by the way, is a veteran. Again, not necessarily markedly great, but let's be careful. If I wouldn't sell them out. I'm not completely out on Ted McMillan. I think he was a smidge over projected for where he was. Like they're talking about
overdrafted, a little over projected, overdrafted, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I got you.
And like in my opinion, there's no universe where it makes sense that he goes ahead of Travis Hunter. That being said, he was still top 5 among the group, in my opinion. I didn't go full Steve Smith and be all like, listen, but also he has a point too. So I mean,
so you're just referencing how people were talking about him, not necessarily where he ended up going. I understand.
Correct. That. Yeah. And what I'm saying all the above to say this running game's effective. You get a big receiver like Ted that's got a little speed and a one-on-one. Even Bryce Young's going to potentially, get that lottery ticket opportunity. So the Jags need to be careful.
No, I got you. Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. Like overall, it is what it is. But the Jaguars they're gonna have an interesting game here. But again, from my perspective, it's a run through a mother face game. Like that's truly what it is.
Well, okay, for the Panthers, that's true. But your item number 2 here is the O-line. Can they play clean? Now I know that typically references that you're protecting Trevor Lawrence, and of course that's the focus. But
that's penalties. That's keeping Trevor. That's keeping Trevor clean as far as sacks are concerned, because we do have to have that conversation of surrounding that defensive line for the Carolina Panthers. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's not making those bonehead penalties that we saw throughout much, not all, but much of the preseason, whether it's in games, in scrimmages, or in practice.
And also not missing your assignment on a run is the point I want to make as well on that. We don't talk enough about that. But if the Jags are going to revitalize, they need to run the ball more effectively than they did last season. Hold on. Let me queue up. I forget, what was it? Hotels.com with Captain Obvious. Yeah. Queue up that ad campaign. That's the whole thing, right? But yeah, I think the O-line is the biggest question. I certainly mentioned them, Fans First Sports Network, my keys to the game and what it is they do. They are the key to Liam Cohen's plans in any sort of revitalizing this group, I think.
No, I think I can agree with you. But you got to be able to run the ball in the game where you figure the other team's going to try to do their best to milk it. And to be clear, the Carolina Panthers, even with the demolished crew, even with a lot of injuries, all of that earlier in the season, in week 13 in the 2024 season against that vaulted, quote unquote, Tampa Bay Buccaneers team up for Liam Cohen, took those boys to overtime. 26-23 overtime victory for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers without Derek Brooks playing, all because Derek Brown, goodness gracious, playing. And that's because they just played him close to the vest. Like that's kind of exactly what I expect from this team. As much as folks say, oh, they're the Carolina Panthers, I'm sitting there like, hey man, that they're a solid team. Yes, they've gone through some injuries on the offense and everything else, but you still got to be able to score points offensively at least.
Correct.
So playing clean, don't shoot yourself in the foot. Don't have those bonehead penalties that result in 7 points turning into 3 like we saw in the preseason. And I think they'll be all right.
And listen, when it comes to this, I mean, as we wrap up this second segment, when it comes to this offensive line, like they've completely revamped this group. We've said this time and again, through the draft, through, free agency. It's also a high possibility that they actually use ZipRecruiter to help in their efforts there too. Because listen, if you're trying to find the right fit, maybe not for your offensive line, but maybe for your organization or your business, ZipRecruiter will help you out. It's a time-consuming process to find the right person for what it is you're doing in your hiring process. You got to sift through thousands of resumes in some cases, and you have to try to find the right candidate with the right skills.
Well, the future of hiring looks brighter because ZipRecruiter's latest tools and features help speed up finding the right people for your roles. So save valuable time. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/audio. Now, just so you know, hey man, ZipRecruiter has all these new advances where they can help you find the most qualified candidates in minutes. If you find somebody that you're quickly interested in, hey, you can unlock their contact information via, you can do that instantly. They have over 300,000 new resumes and that are uploaded there monthly. That allows you to reach more potential candidates and have more potential hires so you can fill those roles sooner. So no wonder that ZipRecruiter is rated the #1 hiring site on G2. Got to check it out. ZipRecruiter.com/audio.
Yeah, that's right. Use ZipRecruiter and save time hiring. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And if you go to ZipRecruiter.com/audio right now, you can try it for free. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. So with that in mind, Travis, point number 3, limit the aforementioned Derek Brown. Yes, it's almost as if you knew this segment was coming.
I mean, bro, it's a weird thing because I'm happy that the Jaguars had the opportunity to play against 2 preseason defenses who play a 3-4. They had an opportunity to play against the New Orleans Saints, and they also played against the Steelers. That's awesome because I think that's going to help the offensive line just as far as their landing points with the run game, the ability to kind of get a little bit of practice on those kinds of defenses because there just aren't so many of them around the NFL. But Derek Brown, he's easily the best player on the Carolina Panthers, and I'll stand on that. Mm-hmm. Like the last time he was healthy for a full season, he had over 100 tackles back in that 2023 season. He set an NFL record for the position at the time for interior defenders. He led all defenders in stops and solo tackles. Pro Football Focus had his grade at 90.0, and he was a Pro Bowler this season. Adding him next to Bobby Brown is going to be a challenge that I just think most folks in Duval County are sleeping on, honestly.
So since they got Bobby Brown there, are they going to try to take control?
Yes, sir. They're going to try to take control. Bobby Brown.
I guess they're going to try to take control. That's all I'm saying. I know Ghostbusters 2 is a 90s movie, but that's still a thing that happened. Wow. Listen, if you know, you know. Yeah, listen. And obviously the linebacker piece is making sure Brown is stopped. You know, what can Brown do for you? Wreck your run game. That's a thing that can happen. Hey, you like that reference better? Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Speaking
of I just think that Derek Brown's so dang good, and we've seen in past years the thing that wrecked the game plan for the Jaguars be DeForest Buckner or be the various big the guys who just the monsters in the middle of the field who just kind of just swallow the
Tennessee. Yeah.
Well, yeah, there you go. Simmons in Tennessee, Jeff Simmons in Tennessee, like those types of guys. So I want to see, that newly minted captain of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Robert Hainsey. I want to see what you're gonna do. Like if he was a guy who previously struggled in that 2023 season against guys with power in Tampa Bay, that's what got Graham Barton drafted. That's what got Graham Barton getting that starting role in Tennessee, and it got him demoted. It got Robert Hainsey demoted in that offense. Right? So you want to see, is he going to develop as far as his play against those more powerful guys? Hey, man, Derek Brown is that. Like, he's a more powerful guy. And he's not your nose tackle big guy. That's more Bobby Brown's role, but those guys in combination, 2 guys who can help stop the run. I need to see the Jacksonville Jaguars open up a run hella high water. So I'm just looking forward to how that's going to kind of work out. Because if they can't run the ball, I'm going to start sweating a little bit. I ain't going to lie to you. I think they need an efficient offense, the Jacksonville Jaguars. So that's kind of where I'm waiting on.
Well, and speaking of Brown, PJ Brown, 12-5. Remember, I said it. Okay.
If you're that optimistic, then cool. Like I'm there with you. I would love for it to be right. I ain't bold enough to put it on the record.
I think we found something I'm less confident in than 31-13. I'll put it that way. And Tim Devil asks if is Tyson at full health. He is allegedly. He mentions that he is. He's not on the Wednesday injury report.
I mean, the secondary is not necessarily healthy if you count Monteric Brown as part of the secondary. And I don't know how you don't.
Well, and we don't even need to bring up Ray Shaw, not Ray One Hall. Sorry,
Caleb Bransaw.
Caleb Bransaw. I tried to mix their names together. Thank you. Yeah. Caleb Bransaw and Buster Brown there. That's a whole thing. So There you go. It's simple. No way we lose to the Panthers. Even the Jags can't troll that bad.
PJ,
How long have you been a member of the Duval?
I was about to say that. I'm just about to say that. I'm like, bro, are you new here? Like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to wish this on the Jaguars, but no.
Don't
like,
you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
What? Come on, bro. No. We ain't doing this. Like, overall, I'm only going to say this in a weird way. And I'm sorry if it's the weird way, but we've said it before in the past already. I don't expect the Jaguars to lose against the Panthers. I do not. Let me be very clear. But also, would it be so wild if you turned around at the end of the season and said, oh, the Panthers actually were a 9-win team and they beat 9 teams or something like that? Like, I'm not so crazy that I think that's just not possible. I think it's unlikely, but I don't think it's impossible. This is the damn NFL. Nah, man, we ain't having that conversation. PJ, you better than this. Come on.
No, well, and yeah, that's we'll leave that at that. What is that? Sunstain.
I'm late.
I'm late. Yeah. Well, hey, I don't care if you're late or not, buddy. We're glad you're here. And of course, I got to point out, Jarvis dropped this comment after I did the Bobby Brown reference. Some people ain't hating like that. Got him.
All right.
Listen,
there you go. Timmy Devil, thank you for joining where I'm at. Like, you are here with me. PJ says when there's a will, there's a way. Jazz gonna jag sometime, right? And I'm not down on them. I'm just saying, don't ever discount the fact that the NFL sometimes can just happen. Upsets happen, man. This is why this is one of the best leagues as far as parity is concerned.
But
These guys are all in NFL.
I'll allow PJ to come in with his excellent retort, and considering that he dropped $550, I'll let him have the comment. As long as it ain't week 1, I'm cool.
Fair. Hey, man, get that bag. I understand.
Now, this is the one that I saw this rundown. I know you're going to try to announce it and do all this. I can't do this. I can't talk about the return of Mega. I've been hurt. We've even got the graphic. It's all cute and everything, really.
I don't understand the problem.
But
return of Mega, make Mega for you guys who don't know, is make Etienne great again 2025. That's the campaign. That's what we're talking about. Sir,
here's the problem. It's not a workhorse anymore. It's a committee. There is no Mega. It becomes Merga. Make everyone run great again.
That sounds Merga.
Okay. Maybe we'll give it a soft G, Merja. I don't know.
You gotta work on your branding, bro. That's terrible.
Hey, you're the one that come out here thinking that Travis Etienne's going to get a great running game. And by the way, we're in the same token talking about, he might get traded by midseason. So that's a thing
that's why he got to be great. If there's no other reason, you missed it. The forest for the trees, bro. If there's no other reason that he needs to be great, it's gonna be that. Because if you don't showcase somebody, how do you showcase them? You give them carries. You give them receptions out of the backfield. You use them in every damn way you can and show it off and be like, look what I got here. You want it? You want it? Yeah, you want it. Now give me a draft pick. Like, come on, bro. That's how this works. And then it's Bayshaw Tootin's backfield moving on. And if it don't happen, they just have a great running back and another great running back in the stable. There are worse things in life. Like, listen, come on, man.
I need that. I don't care. Listen. Travis Etienne, 1st and 10, do it again. Whatever. I need that O-line to Merga, make everyone run great again. Period. I don't give a damn who it is. Yeah. I need that O-line to do their damn job. That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, I think I'm in agreement with you. But overall, I believe the O-line may. I can't say will.
I think they may. But I'm still right.
Well, no, I mean, the Panthers defense sucked in 2024. So in my head, I'm like, well, the Panthers run defense sucked in 2024 because that was without their best player. And then you're going to give them back that best player and then put him next to Bobby Brown again, who's arrow pointing up, in my opinion. I think they're in a reasonable spot that this is going to be all right, cool. You're going to be improving. The Jaguars run defense, we believe you're going to be improving. All right, which one of you improved the most and are able to kind of get that run game started? Because that's what this is going to be, a battle of the run games. And one team, again, I think can pass a little bit better than the other one, that being the Jaguars. But overall, I think that both teams want to be super efficient on the ground, and that's what it's going to be a battle of. So if I wouldn't be shocked if whichever team wins time of possession realistically wins this game. That's really how I feel about it.
That's completely fair. And of course, turnovers can screw that up. So obviously that needs to be prevented as well. But I'll add this this token as well. If is it are they both Brown? Bobby Brown? Wait, what?
They're both Brown. Bobby Brown and Derek Brown.
If
the Brown brothers,
if the Browns, if Brown squared is over concentrating on the run, I don't think it's strange that they hit Britton and make them pay for it. See what I did? See what I did? You like
Terrible. It? Just bad. Just stacking bad on bad. I got you though.
The problem with haters, Mr. Holmes, is that they are in fact going to hate. But yes, another thing that we both hate, missed tackles. I'll let you take the bell on that, bro.
I mean, we talked about this all preseason, so I don't even know how much we even have to discuss it other than to say we know a team's going to try to run the ball. We know a team that struggled at stopping running backs on the first, attempt, solo tackles as far as that's concerned. You can't miss tackles. We struggled with it in the preseason. We struggled with it in scrimmage. We struggled in it in the multiple scrimmages. I'm sorry. They got to get it right against a team who wants to run the ball. Chuba Hubbard wants to run the ball. Rico Dowell wants to run the ball. Bermany Parmalee wants to run the damn ball, like through a mud face. Like again, if you no longer work for your employer and you showed up at that same employment job, you're gonna come up in a suit. You're gonna come dressed up. You're gonna come ready to ball out of control, right? Like, because that's what you got to show out. That's what it is for these. I think folks need to understand that's what it is for these coaches. Bernie Parmalee is showing up to his old job, his old place of employment, and being like, I'm going to run through these space because I was a running back coach there. I'm a running back coach here. Same thing with Todd Walsh. Like I was a defensive coordinator in Jacksonville. Now I'm a D-line coach here. You don't think they don't want to come out here and just dominate? Come on, man. That's what this game is. Like from a coaching perspective, from a player perspective, etc. So the Jaguars cannot miss tackles.
You were in the league where I got traded. And I blocked the dude that traded me in the playoffs a little extra one time, not because I was trying. It just kind of happened that way. And that's a silly little flag game. I can't imagine if you're an NFL coach. I'm just saying.
No, man. So they cannot miss tackles. Like I'm looking at you, Ventrell Miller and Devin Lloyd. I'm looking at you, Foye Oluokun. I'm looking at the linebackers and even the defensive linemen. I know folks don't generally look at the D lineman like this when talking about missed tackles, but at the end of the day, you're someone who can tackle the guy, maybe get a tackle for a loss. Don't miss that.
Don't miss those opportunities. That happened plenty in the preseason. That's a good call out.
Too much in the preseason.
Yeah.
So for a team who is going to be running the ball, that is the game changer for me. And overall, the injuries also going to have to be stacking up. Like we already know about Akeem Ekwonu, the left tackle for the Panthers, who may not be playing as of Wednesday. He didn't practice. He had an appendectomy on Friday last week, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was Friday last week. Everybody keeps reporting it late, reporting like it happened this week, but it was late last week.
He's not.
So he didn't. So he didn't practice on Wednesday, and they're going to keep the door open for him. But it sounds like he's probably not going to play again. They put Jalen Corker on IR. They're down to the two of their bottom three receivers. Overall, mainly a rookie, Tech McMillan, Xavier Legette, Hunter Renfrow in the slot. You kind of feel like you got to win this game, Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. I hope that they do. I don't know if you have a prediction, but this is what NFL.com guys.
Oh,
they had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 of the 10 guys.
I am shocked.
Stated that the Jaguars would win.
I am shocked at the number of picks here that are because the Jaguars are giving up 3.5 points. I am shocked at how many of them don't have the Jags covering the spread. This is all insane.
What?
Of the 10 here, 1, 2,
they don't believe.
3. No, they don't.
I understand not believing.
4 that don't have the Jags covering the spread if they win. Which I think a lot of people see Cam Little deciding this game is what I see. And we'll leave that at that. I mean, of course,
we already talked about the 2024 Tampa Bay Buccaneers having a close overtime game the first time they played them, and that's the proof of concept that folks are probably looking at. First week of the season.
That's a divisional matchup too. I'll add this. I find it interesting that two of the biggest pro Jaguar spreads are by one Bucky Brooks and by another Mojo Maurice Jones-Drew. Can't help but pick. Yeah, that's
5-point spread, 7-point spread. MJD and Bucky both have the Jaguars winning. So overall, I think that Travis Hunter hype is at least the fact of the matter is they have the Jaguars winning. Like that's still positive. Like I'll go with that. Daniel Jeremiah only having the Jaguars winning by 1 point, I think is that's rough. But hey, man, a win's a win. So we'll see what happens.
I think that Jeremiah pick is allowing the Jags to jag, but also thinking that Cam may help out a little.
Jesus. All right. J Bo says Duval.
Oh, that's right. Oh, sorry.
Welcome, bro.
Duval.
What's going on, Jimbo? But no, as Zena says, the lowest points being 22 is nice. I mean, that is a positive thing. That's the Liam Cohen effect.
That's great.
If anything, they believe whatever's going to happen, they're going to score points, and that's still something.
I really like that take. I should have thought of that. That's a good one, Zenith. The lowest on there. Pull the thing back up. Even in the losing efforts, I don't see anything. Yeah, there is somebody 19? That has the Jags at 19, but that's only one analyst. Everybody else is
Jags 20 and up. 21.
That's fascinating. Yeah. And even one of the losing picks, I don't know how the Panthers are scored 27. I think there's a turnover in there, and they're calling for a turnover on both sides. I'm not against that. But Patra having the Jags at 25 and still losing is fascinating to me.
I mean, special teams matter. I mean, I guess you could say something's going to happen on special teams, punt return, something like that, punt block, whatever. Something along those lines, you could absolutely change the game. We haven't talked much about special teams other than other than the field goal kicker. That could come up in the conversation. I don't know much about the Carolina Panthers special teams. I won't even pretend that.
Or maybe Cam Little finally misses the kick that would have made it 28-27 from 70 yards out. I don't know. There's so many.
And then they're in scoring range at that point, almost immediately if he misses a 70-yard field goal. So
well, no, it would be at the end of the game. I'll give him that much credit, but.
Don't do that. Don't put that into the atmosphere, bro. That's terrible. So
don't you put that in
So now we've seen that 8 out of the 10 NFL.com analysts say the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win, whether by 1 point or by 8. At the end of the day, my personal prediction is I have the Jaguars winning by 4, 27-23, which also covers the spread. That's where I'm landing. It's not a 31-13 PJ Brown special, but that's what I got for you. Do you have a prediction, sir?
Yeah, I think the Jags defense will come out with a bend don't break. I believe the Panthers will run the ball some. I think there'll be some places where they'll stack up long drives and be forced to settle for a field goal, which is why I have the very odd yet Cam Little induced 23-20 final outcome. I see multiple field goals from the Jacksonville Jaguars as the offense, in my opinion, still might have a few kinks to work out. It being week 1 and we have fewer preseason games, this is not me saying that this offense is bad. This is, in fact, an offense with a debuting NFL head coach. I might also add, still gets the dub. It's the first time I picked a rookie head coach to get the dub in some time. But nonetheless, 23-20 Jags. They don't cover the spread, but PJ gets, I don't know. I don't know if PJ gets his money if that happens. So he might hate me too. But
I think folks would feel fine if they didn't cover the spread. But I question because I don't know, because Duval County as a whole, the Jaguar fan base, the Duval, all feel like they're on a really big high right now because of this great offseason. And it has been a great offseason. No matter how the results go in season 1, it's a great offseason. The process, the outcomes, etc.
The healing has begun, as we've said many times.
Right. Overall, I will agree with that. But also, if they didn't cover the spread, if they won by 1 point, they won by 2 points, whatever the number is, and I don't know. I feel like folks will be pretty down. And that's such a weird thing to say because they have that slate coming up.
Because the expectations have changed that much already. That is a fascinating observation, Travis D. Holmes. I am not prepared to disagree with you on that. And we've both cited it many a time that could be the case. By the way, I see in the comments, who was it that asked? I'm trying to find it. Jordan Roberts, when's the last time we dropped 30 on somebody? That would be the Indianapolis Colts last year. They got 37. So that should tell you plenty.
Almost lost that game. That's the Alec Pierce comeback special.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Joe Flacco, all these deep balls that Alec Pierce who I believe was catching them on what was it, Monteric Brown and Andre Cisco.
Was it Darby? I forget now.
It was that post route was Cisco, and the other one I believe was Monteric Brown.
Well, I'm asking because I know you know, dog. That's what's up. So
we definitely covering the spread. Jimbo from the top rope says 43-7. Lord,
woo, goodness gracious, that's
43-7 Jags.
Yeah,
Jesus.
It also helps if I hit the correct comment. There you go. Thank you, J-Bo. Yeah.
All right.
No, and
y'all believe y'all on that. Y'all definitely on y'all.
I mean, this sentiment right here, new coaching staff's coming in to make a statement. That I think that's the whole thing. You know,
a win's a win.
Oh wait, you were getting a different one. Sorry, we definitely covering the damn spread. Who are you trying to convince, PJ?
Whoever his bookie, whoever you owe that 552.
No, but there's one last question before we wrap up here. I'm only doing this because I am genuinely curious your thoughts. Who's the nickel that Travis will be feasting on?
Oh, who's the nickel for the Panthers?
Yeah, who's the
so JC Horn is their starting corner, but who is their nickel? Lord,
PJ Brown has Charles Smith Wade listed here in the chat. I don't know who that is. I'm taking his word for it, but that's the response in the comments.
I mean, maybe. I never looked into their nickelback play, to be honest with you. Like
Nickelback
it's Charles Smith. It's Charles Smith Wade. Like I know JC Horn's their starting corner, and Mike Jackson's on the opposite side. So Charles Smith Wade is the starting nickelback for the Panthers, and cool. I don't know much about him honestly, but yeah. And Sun Stain says he's looking for Josh Allen to have a big game, which. Yeah, I mean, I would hope so. He is 2.5 sacks back from the franchise record, from breaking the franchise record there. So I think folks would love him to be able to break that or even tie that in the season opener at home. Like that'd be great, man. But if he doesn't, he's going to break it this year for sure, and probably before the bye week.
You know what else is great? The Duuuval divers in the comments making this show fun once again. Bleeding Week 1 preview is a great time. It's going to be awesome. I think we're going to have fun with it for sure. I know, Travis, you'll be in the building, of course. I'll be doing my thing here, finding him at Everbank Stadium. That, of course, is going to be epic. You'll be writing for Big Cat Country. I'll be writing for Fans First Sports Network. Sunday is going to be reality soon enough for Week 1. But we have other stuff planned for you during the week. We mentioned on Friday we're going to be dropping David Behrman of Betting of Behrman, a member of the Believe family. I'll say this. I got 2 shows without Behrman dunking on me. Did he get one on me in show 3? You'll find out. Friday we're dropping that, I believe, right? No. Are we dropping that tomorrow? We need to drop that tomorrow, don't we?
I don't know, man. You tell me.
I'm telling you we're dropping Behrman tomorrow. Because if things go according to plan tomorrow night,
maybe we'll have a special guest on Friday. We'll see about it. For our AFC South preview.
Well, prediction.
Give our whole prediction. Give our whole prediction on all of the AFC South teams.
Yes, we have this week. We have quite a troop of guests, if you will.
Sure.
You saw what I did there, hater. Travis D Holmes, with all your hate and angst, tell everybody where you could be found.
Well, I can be found on all the socials, Travis D. Holmes. Of course, you can find my writings covering the Jacksonville Jaguars on BigCatCountry.com. And also, PJ, shout out, he says drinks are on him if after we win, because he will be in the building against Carolina.
That's right.
Yes, Lord. Yes. You can spend 5 of that 550 on a drink. I like that. And looking forward to Josh Allen break that franchise record held by Tony Brackens since the last time he played against the Carolina Panthers. He got 3 sacks. Maybe he can get 3 sacks again. If he does it again, he got that franchise record at home. So never know. But yeah, Duval Dive. Like and subscribe if you're listening to the sound of my voice. Rate and review us wherever you are getting your podcasts. And yeah, for real, click the like button. Come on, man. Just click it. Just click it. Come on, right just click it. Yeah, right. It's literally right there. If you're driving, you ain't gonna get no ticket. Just click it. Just click like. But yeah, let them know where you can be found, bro. I'm Travis E. Holmes on all the socials, and Kyle can be found on
Of course, I'm Kyle Nash, a student of the game. You find me on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky at the SOTG. Find me on Facebook as the student of the game, and check out my writings for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Yes, predictions, Zenith, we did say. Look out for that. That'll drop Friday. It's dropping Friday, Travis. I said it. So make sure you look for all that upcoming. Like I said, writing for your Jacksonville Jaguars on Fans First Sports Network and the Orlando Magic. Soon in a month, we'll have Media Day. That's when it'll start coming out for me, writing NBA. And of course, my work with the Bolt Blitz Uncut. I know you don't normally give a damn about the Chargers, but should you be interested in things AFC? And hey, they are an opponent down the line. Make sure you check out Booga Peters' Bolt Blitz Uncut. And then, of course, my work with the Black and Gold Banneret, covering all things UCF with college football and basketball. I'll be in the Bounce House where they host North Carolina A&T in a tune-up game to try to get that offense a little bit more in gear. I'll put it that way. So, for my personal champion, Travis D. Holmes, for all you Duval divers that keep us diving deep to get you what you need, it's Kyle Nash, student of the game. And until next time, everyone, class dismissed.